welcome again to Tech Turks. Today I have Ife Oyedele, a co-founder of Kobo360, and you can say that they are the Uber of the trucking business. So, Ife, welcome to Tech Turks. So tell us about Kobo360. What does it do, and how is it the Uber of trucking business and in Nigeria?
Thanks for having us. We're an e-logistics platform. We aggregate trucks and supply them to large enterprises across the country. We already work with companies such as Olam, Flour Mills, Honeywell, Unilever, and many more. So we have a basic mobile app where drivers can access requests that companies place, and businesses can go on our web platform and place requests for trucks.
So let me ask the question. I mean, traditionally, we have these established companies that have, 20, 10 trucks. They do a long lead contract with these guys you have mentioned. How does this align with that? Is it disruptive? Is it are you getting companies or are you getting individuals that have trucks? And why would I want to buy a truck anyway?
That's a good question. So it's disruptive, but it's also supportive. For instance,
I like
now,
that. Disruptive but supportive.
for instance, now you have 10 trucks, and Alhaji in the north has 10 trucks, and he has dedicated them to a particular business. When that truck is underutilized, say for instance the business is out of season, they can put our trucks on our platform. They can put their trucks on our platform and actually accept requests from other businesses so that their trucks are not parked for downtime purposes. So even though we're disrupting the industry by creating a marketplace for businesses to request for trucks, we're giving the opportunity to all of these because the industry is very fragmented. So we're giving the opportunity to the guys who have 5 trucks, the men who have the 10 trucks, to come on our platform and place requests. So they are to accept requests, so they're not underutilized.
So my favorite bit. So how did this story start? So how did we get here?
It's interesting. We've been sort of tweaking our model over the past 2 years. We started as an e-commerce supply aggregator company, but we saw the challenges that the e-commerce industry faced. And after working we spent some time with Uber in Nigeria. We spent some time with some of the large transport and haulage companies in Nigeria, and we realized that the trucking industry had a massive opportunity, and in a massive industry with so much fragmentation and sort of a lot of challenges that they had not solved. And we decided, let's spend some time understanding this industry, go around the country and see how we can bring efficiency to logistics across Nigeria and Africa.
So let me ask this question. So this was not your day job before?
No.
And so you see this opportunity, so you wake up with your partner and say, okay, I think let's go and explore some more.
Yes.
And then you will get to that bit where you come up with a solution. How do you start going to these big organizations or these people and saying that have traditionally done business a particular way, and say, you just put your truckers on this app and we will find you jobs, and you go to the big companies and say, listen, we're just a startup. And
I think our initial approach is that we are here to solve problems for you. Of course, the underlying factor is that everybody wants to make money. And part of us bringing efficiency and solving your problems is that you are going to make money from it. So we're not saying, oh, we're going to solve all your problems today, but we're saying give us an opportunity, and once you see the value, once we continue to start to create that value for you, we can scale up your business and we can scale up our business as well.
So did you do a lot of testing or pilots with them?
Of course, we spent 3 months of beta testing. So it required me and my co-founder, Obi. We'll wake up at 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, go to truck parks, talk to truck owners and say, hey, there's a lot of companies out here in Lagos that you've not heard about and in other parts of the country that need trucks. So if you come on our platform, you can get access to these businesses and we'll pay you on time. So once they do the first trip, the second trip, they see that comfort, word of mouth starts to spread, and they say, oh, there's this company that is actually getting us businesses and actually looking after our own interests. So it's a trust-based relationship where we're not just here to take your money, we're here to solve your problems in the long term.
So some numbers. How many people on the platform? How many miles have you covered? How do you track all these things? How do you pat yourself on the back?
Yes. So we have our data analysis team. We have over 6,000 trucks registered on our platform. We move on average about 1,000 trips monthly, and we have about 7,000 drivers that are currently going through our training program.
Yeah. So how do you deal with the training program? Do you outsource that, or do you?
Yes, we were outsourcing that initially, but now we have an in-house staff team because we're scaling, and the most important thing is the quality of the trucks and the quality of the relationship that we have with our customers. So we've hired an in-house team to focus on training our drivers, our quality inspection on the trucks. So we want to be in control of that because we don't own the trucks. We have enough time to finesse the things that happen in between getting your goods from point A to point B. So with our quality inspection team, they train the drivers on how to use the mobile app, how to interact with customers when they get to the pickup point and loading point, and making sure that their trucks are sound enough to avoid delays or breakdown along the road.
So let me ask you a question. Supposing I have a small business and I want to move vegetables from point A to point B. Will I be able to access Kobo360?
Of course. Our business is not just for large enterprises. We also support SMEs, individual business owners. And one of the most important things that we're running a program now called KURFMAN, Kobo Urban Rural Feeders Micro Aggregation Network. With that program, we're empowering farmers with smaller size assets to get their goods from farm to market faster and reduce agricultural waste by at least 30%. So that's the way we support individual and small businesses and even farmers that are not, sort of don't have access to proper logistics.
How many trucks are out there? So you have 6,000 trucks. How many trucks are out there? So what share of the market do you have and what's your aspiration? So how are you going to get there?
We're estimating that there's about 180 to 250,000 trucks in Nigeria, and it's still not enough. Some of the largest companies in Nigeria that have their own trucks, they have third-party suppliers who still come on our platform to request for trucks. We did a small analysis and we found out that at least 14 to 15,000 trucks need to be injected into the Nigerian economy every year to power the logistics that is being needed. And less than 1,000 of that we've seen this year has happened.
But with platforms like yours, will you need more? So when you have an efficient system, you need more trucks.
Yes.
But when you have a platform like yours that is taking spare capacity, then that need might drop. The number of trucks required might drop because you look at it from an hourly perspective, because there's downtime.
But there's several other factors involved. For instance, production goes up. You're only servicing a particular sector. So you have to think of the number of industries you are servicing. For instance, right now we're focused on FMCG. 70% of the business is at FMCG. And over the past few months, as we've been working with them, we found out that they've only been handling less than 15 to 20% of their capacity in terms of deliveries. So there's still a long way to go. And this is just Nigeria. There's other parts of Africa that are having the same trucking deficit issues. So we are looking beyond the Nigerian ecosystem to spread beyond to other parts of West Africa as well.
So, last question, how are you funding all this?
So we went through the Y Combinator program this year. So that gave us access to investors, and we're currently closing a fundraising round led by one of the largest financial institutions in the world. So it's exciting, and the announcement should be happening sometime soon.
Does it annoy you that? It annoys me that all these Nigerian companies are going to be not owned, but all the funding is coming from international, outside Nigeria, not in Nigeria. And
yes, we actually grappled with that. We tried to fundraise from Nigeria when we initially started our business, and we approached a lot of people with the concept and the idea, but it's of course very new to the market and very new to the economy. So they weren't as receptive to it as when you talk of e-trucking, mobile application, mobility and transportation. It's something that is almost a niche in other parts of the world. So it was easy for them to make that understanding, make that connection. And also in terms of fundraising, the access to funds in all of these countries is faster and it's more easier to
structured and it was more structured, yes.
We've reached out to some countries in Asia and in America, and you find out the interest rate that they get from loans in banks to power SMEs, to power startups is more reasonable than what is offered, way more reasonable than what is offered in Nigeria. So also the financial sector, and of course the government as well, has to support, create an ecosystem that supports startups and new businesses across the country.
Ife, thank you very much for coming on Tech Turks, and we'll continue the conversation offline.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.